Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to show you some teacher supplies that I've been gathering for a while now. These are items that are going to be used in my classroom and I really can't wait to see how it looks all together. I will be posting everything down below. As always, if you haven't liked or subscribed already, please don't forget to do so. First up, we have some teacher essentials. These are things that apply directly to being a teacher, and I will link again everything down below for you. The first up is a paper cutter. As a teacher, it's important to have one in your classroom. I mean, I find that it's super easy to just cut things out and make sure that it's completely straight. And this one is pretty inexpensive and it works great. This is a cute teacher sign that I got from Etsy. They do have larger sizes, but I just wanted a smaller version of it, and I thought I would put it by my teacher's desk. These adhesive magnet dots are perfect for when you want to put customized things on the whiteboard. I have loads of ideas to use this, and I can't wait to show you a future video of my classroom of how it looks and how I will use this in a more personalized way. This is a really cute personalized dry eraser for your whiteboard or chalkboard. I really like the apple design of this one, and I just can't wait to use it in my classroom. These book labels, I believe I've mentioned these before, but again, it's important to have some sort of labeling system for your classroom library. I love this little design. I think it's just super cute and it just really fits my style. I actually used to have one of these as a kid when I was pretending to be a teacher, but now as I'm getting ready to be a future one soon, I have decided to use this in my classroom too. It's a great way to get students' attention about something, and it can be also used as a way to transition. I love to wear scrunchies, so this was just something for me to wear when I'm officially a teacher. I thought it looked so cute as it's a pencil and it's like a little bow on top. This class newsletter, it's completely edible, so you can use it for you. I love how easy it is to use and set up, and I cannot wait to send this out to my future students and their families. This is a 16 compartment teacher toolbox that I will use for small supplies like paper clips, binder clips, push pins, what have you. This is its sibling. This is a larger 24 compartment teacher toolbox, clear. I found this as a perfect way to store all of my class coupons for my classroom management system. This transparent 4x6-inch photo storage organizer, I actually found this at Michael's and they had like a huge sale. I believe this was 75% off from the original price. I simply had to grab it because a lot of these organizers can actually be used for things like task cards or differentiation, which I think is important. As a teacher, it's vital to have a lot of baskets in the classroom. So again, this was on sale at Michael's. I just grabbed this and I hope to use this for storage or maybe for students directly in particular. This next section of supplies is for classroom management. As a teacher, I will be using a variety of classroom management systems in my classroom, mostly because I think it's important to do multiple so that you can meet a variety of student needs when necessary. And I also think that it just builds classroom community as a whole. So the first one are some classroom jobs. These are completely edible and you can definitely make them your own. They really inspired and helped me to create my own classroom jobs, which my students will be a part of. In addition to classroom jobs, I think it's important for students to have class team jobs so that they really can be a part of the class teamwork and classroom community. I made these jobs myself, and I'm really hoping it gets students involved. As part of my classroom management system, as I said, I will be using classroom coupons. These are some that I actually made myself, and I will link where I got this template down below. These voice level noise posters are going to be great when I teach my students what is expected of them for a certain activity. I'm actually going to gather some lights to kind of show them visually which level we are at. I've been really inspired to do like a teacher mail kind of thing. So I found this kit on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it'll really help students to know that they can talk to me about anything. I really don't mind being there for students like this, and I really want to show them that whether it's physically, mentally, or academically, I am really here for them. These are some cute callbacks and attention getters. that are super fun and upbeat. These brain breaks, I actually made them myself. I think it's going to be really fun to engage students in like a fun little game that shows them to take an academic break from time to time. I will link below where I got this template. On the front is the actual name of the brain break, and on the back is the instructions. This next section of teacher supplies is decor that I will be putting in my classroom. I will link everything down below, as I said, and I just really can't wait to see again how this all comes together. So the first is an earthy tone tassel banner. The next is a date flip chart. This is a little sign that says growth looks different for everyone. This is a LED rainbow desk lamp that I actually found at TJ Maxx, but I have found a similar one on Amazon that you can get because as we all know, stuff from TJ Maxx is usually not found again. This is a standard pocket chart blue. I actually ordered 2 of these, and I'm hoping to gather a few more. These are some sharp and dull pencil stickers. This is a personalized wooden pencil holder and caddy. It also features your name and a cute little quote on the back. I actually got to personalize this myself on Etsy. This is a today reader, tomorrow a leader sign that I'm actually going to put in my classroom library. This next item is a we can do hard things sign. This is a bread metal box that I got from the dollar store, but it's actually going to be used for my teacher mailbox. I'm actually going to put something over it to kind of say teacher mailbox, and just put this somewhere in my classroom for students to send personalized notes to me. This is a schedule poster for specials. And I decided to make my own classroom because I couldn't find one that I really like, so I will post the template down below that I used. There's also an extra set for holidays and events that goes along with this. For subject area, I have stuff for both math, reading, science, and social studies. First up is some fraction tiles. Next is a magnetic animal math signs. These are super cute and it really helps students understand the different math symbols that are associated with math. These are some edible clock labels. This set features reading genre posters. I plan to put this in my classroom library just to help students understand the different genres that are in our classroom and that they will probably see if they go to any other library. These are punctuation marks posters. The next is some 3 branches of government posters. I will be putting a lot of posters that have to do with our nation and state for social studies. So I found this and I thought this would be super cute to have in my classroom. And the last but not least is some scientific method posters. This next section are some books that I have collected to kind of build my classroom library, and I'm hoping to gather more as soon as I start to graduate. But these books I just had to have on hand because they brought up a lot of childhood memories for me as being a student myself, and I really hope that this encourages students to read in my classroom. So this book is one of my favorites. I read this in the 5th grade and I loved it, and I just really wanted to have it as a part of my library. The Tale of Despero I read in 3rd grade, and it's actually made into a movie as well, so this will be really cool to show students. If you've never heard of this book, Roxaboxen, basically the story is about a group of children who kind of made their own town, and it created fond memories out of it, which I think is amazing because it only goes to show how creative and imaginative kids can be. This book is a great read for students at the beginning of the year, which I will do. It kind of talks about what students will promise to each other, which I will create some sort of social contract out of this so that my students can make promises for themselves and each other. It builds on classroom community and class expectations. So this book in particular, I actually did a lesson plan on it for one of my courses at WGU, and I really wanted to have a book on hand. This book inspires students to think about what their names mean and just builds identity for them. I think it's a great icebreaker for the beginning of the year as well, and it also kind of builds student relationships and their families. Our Class as a Family is a great read at the beginning of the year. It builds on the idea that in addition to students who are related to each other biologically, our class is also a family because we'll be spending lots of time together and learning together. So it just, again, really builds classroom community, which I think is great to have at the start of a new year. I've decided to read this book at the end of every year because, regardless of whether they're graduating to a different school, I think it's important to celebrate their accomplishments of graduating and moving on to a newer grade. So, I think this is a great way to kind of wrap up the end of the year in a meaningful way and inspire students on their next chapter. This book is also adapted into a movie. It's a beloved classic. This is also a beloved classic, especially for me. I read this over and over as a child. I've been trying to gather books that are kind of local to my state, and I actually just learned that the story of Ruby Bridges is from Louisiana. So, in addition to having this in my classroom as a part of a historical biography, it'll also help my students understand this story came from their own state. This story is an absolutely beloved classic as well. Many famous authors have actually touched on this book as a way that it really inspired them to begin to write. It's also adapted into a movie, and I just knew that this had to be a part in my classroom. The last book is a letter from your teacher on the last day of school. Again, it's a great kind of way to wrap up the end of the year. I really love how it just ties everything together, building on memories the students had, hopefully with me as their teacher. And again, it just really ties everything together. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video with me and participating. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I hope these items really inspired you to kind of gather supplies for your future classroom as well. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, guys.